Hey guys, it's Adam from the Dimensional Game Squad here, bringing you with another ranking video. Yes, this one's going to be my top 10 normal type Pokemon. Remember, this is my opinion, so if you have a different opinion or my opinion is different to yours, feel free to leave your top 10, top 5, even top 3 down in the comments below. I will read them just when I notice them. Yeah. This is just me ranking, well, just giving my top 10 favourite normal type Pokemon or Pokemon which have the normal type to it, because most of these are dual typing with, wow, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wow. Most of them are dual typing, and yeah, that's all I can say. If there's anything else I need to add, yeah, I was going to do a different video, but I'm kind of short for time, and I like to get a video done today, so this is the one I'm doing. Short for time, so let's do a quick video. So we're going to start off with my honourable mentions, them being Ambipom, Stoutland and Heliolisk. All three of them I like the design of, I like their concepts, their movesets are highly diverse, and the stats are not great, but they're good to deal with, I guess. You can deal with them easily and nothing bad can happen. Unless you're up against a fighting type, but yeah. They're not the best Pokemon, but they're just mediocre, and I like them for good experiences I had with them. Ambipom with the item it holds along with Fake Out and the Elemental Punches. Stoutland for its speed and its strong attacks. And Heliolisk for Parabolic Charge mainly. And the fact it can learn Surf, making water types unnecessary to have in X and Y. If so, what is wrong with you? Because there is Greninja, there's Lapras, there's another water type there which I know of that I can't remember. Hold on. There's Gyarados available. There's Greninja, yeah. There's other water types, so Clawitzer and Barbaracle. They're water types that are available in X and Y. Barbaracle's the worst one though, but yeah. Moving on to the top 10. Number 10, Unpheasant. Now this one was actually a tough one to put here, because originally, like most people, I hated it. But that was because the only Unpheasant I had was the female one. And I haven't gone against any male ones till Victory Road, when Cherin had one. And I was like... Or the Victory route before Victory Road. I can't remember where it was. But first time I saw it, Cherin had it. And I was just thinking... Why doesn't mine look like that? I was actually really annoyed to find out that Unpheasant has two different appearances when it comes to gender. Very different, in fact. And that is what kind of hooked me onto it. Wasn't the biggest fan of the female Unpheasant, but the male Unpheasant actually looks amazing. I really like its extra tassel-y bit. Its mask, I guess. And the fact it's a regional bird, and I've used it in most playthroughs of Unova, I had to give it some credit. If there's any negative about it, it just has to do with it gets outclassed by the other regional birds a lot. Not my least favourite regional bird though, but yeah. Also, I forgot to say this in the ice type ranking, but the no Gen 8 Pokemon will be on this one. Number 9. No, sorry, something else to say about number 10. I like its appearance in the anime in the Kalos League, where it went against Talonflame and actually gave a damn good battle. And I was actually really impressed to see that. 9th place we have Pidgeot, another regional bird. And what can I say about this one, Pidgeot? I think it just has to do with the fact that it's the original regional bird, and its Mega Evolution is the reason why it's up here. I use this Mega Evolution, not a lot, I will admit, but the ability it gets, No Guard, is probably really broken when it comes to using Hurricane. because Hurricane is a 70% accuracy move. No guard makes you 100% guarantee that hit. And since Hurricane will do damage and also risk your opponent getting confused, you just made a weapon there. And then along with agility, maybe a status inflicting move. I don't know if it can learn any actually. Or maybe a sand attack. I don't know. With Mega Pidgeot or Pidgeot in general, you can create a moveset which doesn't do a lot of damage but really annoys your opponent, I guess. If there's I never really seen the Gen 1 anime, so I can't really give my opinion on Ash's Pidgeot. And the episodes I have seen has Ash's Pidgeotto, so I can't really give my opinion on that. So yeah, Pidgeot just beats Unpheasant for the fact it's the original one. And I've used it more than the regular one, it just hasn't shone enough for me. 8th place is where the normal types do shine, and that is Ursaring. Now, I'm not putting this on there just because it's a bit bear that is really cool and kind of adorable in its pre-evolution. But I'm putting it here for the fact that I liked Paul's Ursaring in the anime, and I also liked, obviously I like all the Pokemon I own, but I like the one I used in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which I have. Its ability is Guts, which boosts its attack when it's under a status condition, which is amazing because I gave it the Toxic Orb or the Flame Orb, can't remember. Toxic Orb. No, damn it, I said it wrong. I gave it the Flame Orb, which cuts attack, but it actually nullifies that in with Guts, so it just boosts it instead. And with Facades, boosting it even more, along with Stab, since it's a normal type move, that is a recipe for one of the hardest hitting moves I've ever seen. Not to mention, my Ursaring has Power Up Punch as well, which keeps boosting its attack even higher. And then I got Aerial Ace just to deal with fighting types. That Ursaring is a force to be reckoned with, but when it goes against a fast fighting type, it's gonna get one-shotted. But the one problem I have with when it comes to these kinds of Pokemon, that their HP goes down, but I can't heal it back up. That's why Ursaring is 8th place. 7th place is Eevee. I'm only putting this here because it's adorable and I love its Z move. That is all I can say about it. I like actually using them because it gives me a wide variety of what I can do. Like, I can pick a random Pokemon, bring Eevee into it, and build my team around it. Because with Eevee, if I have Eevee as my first Pokemon in a team, I can actually choose. Like, it doesn't really matter what Pokemon I catch from there, because I can always be like, okay, so I have an Eevee, but I also have a Pidgeot, a Nidoking, a Charizard, and a Pikachu. So by process elimination, I would give Eevee the Water Stone and evolve it into Vaporeon. That is Fire Red. But if I was in X and Y or Sun and Moon, it will become even harder, because then you have, well, become easier maybe, but you have a choice of eight evolutions, which either one can complement or can make your team better or make your team worse. It really depends on which one you pick. Everyone really likes Eevee for its evolutions, or even just itself in general. If there's any negatives about it, I just have to say I wish it wasn't as easy to take out as it is already. I love it to be a bit more defensive. Next evolution to come out, I hope, would be defensive, so maybe a steel type, a rock type, a ground type. Heck, even make the next evolution a normal type. Make it look more like Eevee, which I wouldn't mind. I actually would like to see that. 6th place, we have Porygon 2. Now, Porygon 2. This one is here for the fact I like its design, the great experiences I had with it in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is something I won't forget. And somehow, for a Pokemon that doesn't look like it'd be fast, I'm saying this for the 5th place as well, it is surprisingly fast, and it can give a really good hit on before being taken out. Any bad experiences had with Porygon Z? None really, because the moveset my Porygon has just gives it the variety to take care of the fighting type and some other common types, along with Stab with Tri-Attack, which has a 30% chance in inflicting you with a status condition. 5th place, we have Slacking. Now this one is another reason of Pokemon that doesn't look like it'll be fast, but is. And Slacking, I don't know why, but this was my favourite normal type, but now it's not. It got outclassed by 4 other Pokemon on this list. Slacking, its ability Truant, it doesn't help it much, but if you're in a double battle and you have, let's say, a Slowbro, just have the Slowbro use skill swap it with Slacking, then you got an Own Tempo, mate. I think it's Own Tempo or Oblivious Slacking. That can move on every turn. That would be terrifying to go against. Like, I honestly would not want to go against that. A friend of mine has gone against it, and from what he told me, it was the scariest experience of his life, and he was lucky to take it out. He was lucky to take out the Slacking. Unfortunately, he had 1 Pokemon left, and that was in the double battle, so he took down the Slacking, but the partner Pokemon next to Slacking took him down. 4th place is Toucannon. This one is a rather recent entry onto this list, because it was going to be in honourable mentions, but no, it's in 4th place now. And that's for the simple reason of my experience of it in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It doesn't seem like a good Pokemon, but it proves to be a very useful Pokemon as you proceed into the game. Its signature move, Beak Blast, always makes you go last, but it does inflict your opponent with burn if it hits you with physical attack. And it's just a really strong move. Combine that with the Flynium Z, and that's actually, and Stab, a pretty damn good move. Toucannon. And then its abilities, Skill Link or Keen-Eye. Keen-Eye will prevent it from lowering its accuracy, or Skill Link, which is the one which I would personally prefer. Skill Link will basically guarantee a move, let's say like Bullet Seed, that has a chance of hitting 2 to 5 times, will guarantee hitting 5 times. That is actually really useful, especially since it can learn Bullet Seed, and one of your weaknesses is Rock, which would be very helpful to go against them. Unfortunately, I never really used Toucannon against Rock sites because I'm not stupid. But it is a good thing to help you have some closure, I guess. And its shiny form looks amazing. And I said this before, I have one named Pompeii, because that was the song I was listening to whilst I caught it and found it. And it's unfortunately doesn't have Skill Link, but it has proven to be one of the strongest Pokemon I've owned. And it goes on to be on one of my strongest teams I own. And yes, that's the Flynium Z as well. First place we have Swellow. And I mentioned this in my flying type ranking. Swellow is here for the Toxic Orb, Protect, Facade combo. And Guts. So Swellow, like Ursaring, has the ability Guts, which boosts attack in status condition. Swellow is holding the Toxic Orb, which boosts attack. Facade's power gets boosted when you're under status condition, which is already like, I think, times 4. And then with Stab, it's times 0.5, which isn't much compared to the others, but it's still, from this base move power, going up to here, like I said with Ursaring, that's a recipe for disaster. And the problem I had with Ursaring is that I didn't have a heal move. Swallow does, being Roost. Which makes me go like, okay, I'm not scared to give it a move that can inflict damage on it. Like the Poison. And that's Brave Birds. And I have been I've been thinking to myself, maybe I should give Swallow the Flame Orb and Ursaring the Toxic Orb. For the simple reason, the Poison racks up, whilst the Burn doesn't. See, that's the tough part I'm in, because I know the Flame Orb is slightly better when you want to last longer, but I think that will make your power of Facade a bit lower as well. But, like I said, the Toxic racks up, which is why I really hate getting the Poison, because I try to heal it as quick as I can, because I don't want to get caught in this Toxic. Because the Burn is giving you a time limit, but the Toxic, it will give you a faster time limit where you're like, oh god, okay, I have less turns to do damage before I go out. But Swallow, like Toucannon, is on one of my strongest teams I have. And I don't think I'd change it. The only thing I would change would be the item, but I know there's a word beginning with C to describe it, but I actually can't remember what the word is. So we'll just go to saying I'm being debating myself whether I should have Swallow with that orb or the other. I should give it the red orb. Maybe it'd go primal. I don't know. Second place is Braviary. Now, with every flying or normal type list, you need to have this Pokemon on it. Because if you don't, then you're a really bad person. Because you need to have Braviary at least 9th place at most, maybe 8th on a normal or flying type list, because Braviary is America. Come on. No one hates Braviary unless you hate America, which is understandable because Trump. But Braviary, I had great experiences with it. Its Pokédex entry is amazing, badass in fact. The more scars it gets, the more respect it gets from its own kind. Its design just looks amazing. Red, white, and blue forever, baby. If there's anything else I can say about this, its moveset isn't the best, unfortunately. But that doesn't deter from the fact that, hey, it looks amazing, and it can learn Brave Bird and Roost, which is good. It doesn't have Guts, because if it did have Guts, I would replace it with Swallow in a heartbeat. But since it doesn't, Swallow stays. Number 1 is the first Pokemon I've ever caught, not owned, caught, and that's Staraptor. Staraptor just looks amazing in the anime, looks amazing in the games. Its moveset is not diverse, but it's still amazing. You can work with it, you could give it a whole array of moves. Its stats are great for regional birds. And how long will it take for all you to realise, hey, 6 of the Pokemon on this list are normal flying types? That should not be allowed. So I really hate that word. I can't remember it. I was thinking maybe I should just do pure normal types. So I was like, wait a minute. No. Let's do Pokemon with the normal type on it. So Staraptor's number 1. And as you know, if you're paying attention to the list, if I was doing pure normal types, Slacking will win. But I'm not. So, Staraptor, number 1. Great design, great abilities, Intimidate mainly, or Keen Eye. I prefer Intimidate. Moveset, great. Stats, amazing. And experiences had with it, great. Not on one of my strongest teams, but it is on a few teams of mine, like Braviary. Just there to give a bit of diversity with the teams and also deliver Mean Punch before it goes out. And that is all for this, and that's all for the normal type ranking. Wow. I generally thought I'd be talking for a bit longer about it, but guess not. So that's all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Press the notification bell down in the corner below. My next ranking will be the Poison type, because that's next alphabetically. But it may not be the next video, I'm not sure, but I'll see you next time.